This is probably gonna be a much longer video than my other videos, and I think I have about 80 hats that I'm gonna go through. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I have them sitting on the table in front of me, so I'll pick them up one by one, show you guys. Let's go. All right, so here's the very first batch we're gonna be going through. Just so you guys know, these are my beginner hats when I just learned how to embroider and stuff. So some of them are going to be really lame, kind of like messed up, like they don't even look correct, like people wouldn't ever wear it. And that's just because I had to learn. I didn't just like jump into this a professional or anything. All right, so the very first one I'll start with is the Alfari hat that I'm wearing. I just made this probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Give you guys a little close-up view of it. It's on a basic cap. Right here is a gold edition Alfari hat that I was working on, and this one also has a patch. I'll grab it really quick. There's what the patch looks like. That hat did not come out as planned. You could see it's all choppy. I was using metallic gold thread, so it was kind of just like a test trial. I can definitely get that one better, and I'll probably eventually get it good enough to add to the site. Next one is Kive. It's just flat embroidery, won't spend too much time on it. Plus 1000. This is a game feature actually that I'm working on. You scan the hat and then it gives you plus 1000 EXP or plus 1000 money or something like that. Duprix, this was a 3D printed hat design that I was working on. This is like the very first version. It's actual like hardcore plastic. Just wanted to see if that was possible. Vellum, another brand that I'm working on. The majority of these aren't on the website. Duprix is for sure. Viscello, another brand. We have the black on black Duprix hat, and this one also has a patch on the side of it. And then this also has the feather because it's a founder edition. I was just testing out different ways of adding that little feather on. This isn't the first one with the feather though. This one is actually the very first hat I've ever done with the feather. That's what the feather looks like on the side. And then that was the first version of patches that that was the very first version of patches that I was adding to the side. Next one is another Kive hat. We've got another Kive hat. You can see those are just like super simple because I was new to the software. Nairo, Charlotte Goat. This was a city concept for anyone could swap in their city. And then this was a hat that I made for my buddy. He likes to draw stuff, and then he also has his own clothing brand, so that was his logo. Some of these are a bit dusty, just so you know. They've just been sitting on my wall or whatever in the garage, so dust collects. This is an old house. This is another black on black Duprix hat, except this one's on a much higher quality blank. This is a Malex hat. I'll try and lift the tag so you guys can see it. Here's another Malex hat on a brand new blank that I just picked up from the wholesaler. That one has gold thread, Duprix, red on black, another Duprix. I'm pretty sure all of these are Duprix hats. That one's literally the same thing. This one's red on gray, white on black. Tube Tells is my buddy's YouTube channel actually. He does fishing. And then Malex, that's red on gray. I mean, what am I saying? Red on tan. Duprix, tan on black. I mean, black on tan. All right, so here's some very experimental hat designs that I was working on. This one was based on percentage rates, so people could like, I guess make inside jokes. This one's negative 500% vegan. And these are some of the first hats that I ever made with this thing. I was on Drumline, so this is my high school Drumline. I was making I was testing out the embroidery machine with this. This is LMHS Baseball, Always Hungry. This was another high school concept. People can swap out the letters to their high school. Then I was doing character traits, so this one's speed plus 9999999. Read the Bible hat, 7000% weird. We got the Food Please hat. This is the first ever Volvec hat. That's what it looks like. This is also the very first one to ever have its own profile. You scan it and it shows the item profile. We even got the chip still inside that one. And this was way before I was doing side patches. This was like the upgraded version. This one's actually 3D puff. This is a Malex number 2 hat. These ones are gonna be worth probably the most. Next up is a Decade Brigade hat. It's a sliding group. Most people aren't gonna know what sliding is, but it's when you get knee pads and you slide on the ground. Used in Halloween events all around the world, but started at Knott's Berry Farm. This was like my very first attempt at making a Duprix Founder Edition hat. This one came out really bad. You guys probably can't see, but it's like cracking and everything. It is what it is, gotta start somewhere. Believers in Business, that's my business group that I'm in. It's a Christian business group, so I go there once a month. We all hang out, talk. This was my second attempt at a Duprix Founder Edition hat. And this one's called Zilly. I'm pretty sure this is the only one to ever exist. I don't know if I made any more yet. All right, so next up, I was working on some 3D printer concepts. So you could see Duprix is actually on this little piece that comes off. Let me try and flip it around. Oh, no, no. Yeah, so that's the very front. That's what has the logo on it, and it's supposed to sit on this little 3D printed stand that I made for it, and it just hangs off. And the whole idea was to get it to move around and stuff. I have the electronics for it. I just haven't actually got around to that idea yet. So yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be ridiculous. It's supposed to make people say, what the heck is that? What's going on here? I'm sure we're gonna be trying to brainstorm as much stuff like this as possible. So I'm actually really excited to keep inventing, keep trying new stuff. This was a client of mine, 5M Legacy. Then we have Legazi, another Baalvek hat. This was, I think, the second or third one. Not second, it was definitely like the third or fourth. Phasma, that one's pretty nice. We got Perix right here, Maple Reef, Threx, Talago. That's it for that stack. This one is named Sklossy. Then we got Thrall, upside down. Then we got Ken Industries, which was like a brand I started in high school. Another Duprix hat. We've got Thrall, same colors as the one I'm wearing. This was my YouTube channel, plus 999999. I don't have a million subscribers or anything. I was just messing around with the concept. And then Crixton, we need a new camera. There we go. Got to make a new one of these. Just so you guys know, whenever I have an idea for a hat, I just like to get the name on the hat. I don't like to take the time to design it or anything. I think the first variation is usually really bad for me, just because I'm a visual person, so I gotta see it on something before I can really brainstorm what it's gonna be. That's why you guys see like the first generation hats that look really cheap. All right, so this was an upgraded Baalvek hat. This one's got the Baalvek patch on the side. Put that right there. Race Beast, another brand working on. This one doesn't look too good, but you're probably not gonna be able to tell because the camera. Pizza Eater, just another concept I was working on. We got the Sarcasm plus 999999. A Duprix hat. I kind of messed up and put the design too high, so this became my garden hat. Whenever I'm like outside doing landscaping or whatever, I wear this. That's why, if you can tell, it's all dirty. Alfairy hat, and this is the Genesis edition. Another Alfairy hat. This is my favorite color scheme. The black on the red. Looks really nice. This one doesn't have a patch. I'll probably add one. Bleh, meme brand I started, has a patch. And also has it on the side. Open it up. Yeah, like that one. LMHS Threx hat, red on gray. I need to do that in 3D Puff, make it a little bigger. And then Kenyon Ken hat. All right, so here's the next stack. We got Denzer. You can tell these ones are really, really old. This one's called Cuxley, another Denzer hat. This was a Baalvek hat. Oxley. This one's called Zgorsh. And this was a fun concept I was working on, attaching stuff to the bill, so this actually like stays up on its own. Zoom in, show you guys what that looks like. Gonna be doing more with this concept later down the line. We got Baalvek hat, Valanchi. It's a salmon color. Trosco, and another Valanchi hat, and this one has a patch on it. Pretty sure this is the first one. Yeah, Genesis edition, first one. All right, guys, the last and final piece to the hat collection was this. I actually just made this probably about 2 weeks ago now. This is a Malex $100 bill that holds 8 hats. I only have 7 on there right now. The second or the last hook's right here, and I took the hat off. But on here, we have the Malex Founder Edition, number 3. And then, let's scoot in so you guys can see. Then we got the Realtree camo with a black on gray. Move over here and you guys can check out the other editions. So I'm thinking of trying a new concept of adding speakers. As ridiculous as that sounds, I think it'd be super cool to use a speaker as your hat stand. You could throw it on your wall. That way it's functional. It actually does something. It doesn't just sit there. It's not just an art piece. Make your room look cooler and you can listen to music with it. So that'll be something I work on later down the line. There's actually about 100 more hats sitting on my shelf there. They're pretty much all blank, so I'm not gonna go through them. I'll show you guys what they look like really quick. There's not much lighting right here, but this is my monster stack of hats. And those 2 boxes are also filled with hats. They're stacked like way back there. There's probably like 13 or 14 in each stack, so you can guess how many are there. And we got t-shirts, printed stuff down there, and then a bunch of other random stuff like the 3D Puff foam, robotic stuff. circuit boards, all that stuff. And then stuff for the printer right there. And we got Stitch Beast, who we're still working on. Also, check out this poster I just printed today. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, guys, so that sums up my current collection. I'm hoping to add tons and tons more hats. You guys have no idea. Like, hopefully we're able to build all the way up to a couple thousand hats. Even though I'm not gonna be able to wear them, I think it would still be cool. Can give them away, can, I don't know, do stuff with them. We're wearing the Ken Industries t-shirt. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm probably gonna try and do another one of these in like 2 or 3 months because I have a feeling I'll have a lot more hats. But that's it for now. Hope you guys hit subscribe. Hope you guys liked the video. My name's Kenyon. Peace out.